So I've also started the recording. Yeah. So team, we as a part of Triotech Software Training Institute, we are offering this training program, which is for Oracle Fusion's financial application, right? And here we will be giving you a training on the software application where you guys in the upcoming 3 months will be learning how to configure this application and how to use this application in the real life business scenarios, right? So here, first, let's focus upon this point, which is what this training is about. So this training is about a product called Oracle Fusions, and within Fusion, it is around the financials modules, right? So it is more a financial oriented training program that we are going to have here, conducted by the Triotech Software Training Program. And my name is Abhishek, and I'm the Oracle Cloud Certified Trainer, the official trainer for this training batch. This is our official website, which we have here. And now let me move to the next part here. So a quick introduction about myself. So as my name, as I mentioned, Abhishek Kumar. I'm Oracle Certified Implementation Consultant with an overall experience of 12 years in the field of Oracle Consulting. So since last 12 years, I'm working with Oracle Consulting, and in this tenure of 12 plus year, I have worked in 10 plus end-to-end implementation projects, which means that I have implemented this software application for various business organizations. Also, I have been a part of various support projects where the organizations which are using this software application, I have provided support to them. I have helped them to manage the overall software application. And during this tenure, I have worked in various legislations, including US, UK, Middle East, Singapore, Australia, and other countries also I have worked with. Now, along with that, as a part of the training experience, I have delivered more than 13 corporate training programs to various organizations who are using the Oracle application to enhance their employee skill set in terms of Oracle software program. Now, during this tenure, I have worked with various organizations, including the Big Fours. I have worked with Deloitte. I have worked with Oracle itself. I have worked with EY, PwC, and I have also worked with some other small and mid-sized companies who are involved in the Oracle consulting. Right. So as I mentioned, I'm a certified consultant. There I have done the certification in various financial modules, right, which are offered by the Oracle University. So also done that part here. Now, some of the do's and don'ts. So some of the recommendations from our side in terms of this training program. So especially about the today's demo session. So first is the meeting is already being recorded from our side, right? So there is no need on the part of the students to record the session. We will be sharing this recording across all the students once the session ends, right? And meanwhile, this training program, as we have some fixed agenda to be covered as a part of this training program, so my request with you to keep yourself on mute during the session. Then maybe the case you have some questions which you have around in terms of this training program and all. So my request is at the end of the session, we have a dedicated time slot, which is for the questions and answer round. So my request is you can either spare your questions till we have this question and answer round, or we have also enabled the Zoom chat sessions here. So you can also mention your question right away in the chat. So my admin team along with me, we can take this questions during the session, or at the end of the session I'll be taking up those questions separate, right? Parallelly, we'll be taking these questions, any questions which are unanswered during the session, we'll be taking that offline, and then offline we'll be connecting with you and giving you details in case you need any details on the product, on the training, or any career related queries that you have regarding this training program, and even the steps that you are going to follow afterwards, right? So some quick suggestions we have here. Now, team, with that, let's move to the agenda that we're going to cover in today's training here. So, team, We'll start with the introduction of ERP here. So first thing that we are going to cover in this training program is to understand the overall concept of ERP. So as I mentioned, we have a mixed match of population. We have freshers who have recently completed their graduation and post graduations who are new to this technology. So first we'll use the concept of introduction of ERP, where we'll understand what is the concept here. But along with that, we also have some of the students in the demo session where they have already experienced in
Hello.
the terms of Oracle Consult.
Hello.
Hi, yeah, please go ahead.
Hi, sir. This is Ramlu Nayak.
Yeah,
So
please.
please once again hold on, sir. I will rejoining.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can rejoin that. My admin team will take care of your. All right, sure. Please, team request as the session is being recorded. Please don't unmute yourself because these things will be getting recorded. And anything you have, you can just put it in the chat. My admin team is there in the chat. They'll be taking care of it. Right? Thank you. All right. Moving back to the topic, please. So we'll begin with the ERP introduction. And also, as we have the students who have already working in the ERP platform, maybe some other ERP platform other than Oracle, that is okay, but they do have some understanding on that part. So it will help you to further understand like what concept we are talking about, what is something that we are going to cover in as a part of this training program. Then we'll begin with the ERP structure, the ERP architecture, where we'll understand the overall ERP architecture, what kind of architecture the ERP is holding here. And then we'll talk about the Oracle Fusion application evolution, where we'll be talking about the details of this application, how this application got evolved, when it got developed, and all those details. So a quick brief on the history of this application we'll be talking about. Then a focus on the Oracle Fusion application. So basically, this is the name of the application, which is Oracle Fusion, right? We'll be focusing on that part, what is the application is about, and what kind of option or flexibility in terms of the business terminology it supports, right? So that is also we're going to cover here. Then we'll have a detailed discussion of the market position of the Oracle Fusion Financials. So this is something very important in terms of your career growth and in terms of various opportunities that you're going to get in the global market, right? So we'll understand what is the current position, market position, where Oracle is at, and what kind of services it is providing to various business organizations, right? Then we'll have a detailed discussion on the types of companies or the organizations involved in the software application, right? So again, a detailed discussion will be around this point, and then we'll be talking about the key features and benefits from Oracle Fusion. Something very important in terms of understanding the overall benefit of the application. So it will help you to understand that how to move ahead in terms of your career with this application. Then some of the key differences between Oracle Fusion and the e-business suite, right? So this is where I'll be covering in brief the existing platform that is available in the market and the new platform, which is Oracle Cloud, and the basic differences between the two. So at least it will help the students who are not freshers but who have already experience in the previous versions of Oracle. So it will help them to understand that what are the key advantages of the new platform over the existing platform, right? Then we'll have a discussion on the Oracle Fusion application framework, and then we'll be discussing about the modules that we're going to cover in this course, right? So we have a training program where a fixed number of modules will be covering as a part of the training program. So that is where you need to get an understanding what all modules we are covering here, team, and what is the scope of this overall training program is also that we need to understand here. All right. Then followed by some additional concept where we'll understanding the overall work profiles and roles that we can expect as a part of uh, the career going forward once we are done with this training program. All right. So now, team, what I'll do, we'll move ahead with the agenda. Let's just start the session with the detailed discussion of these topics. So first, we'll start with the ERP concept. So what is an ERP concept? Now, as the name suggests, as the acronym suggests, the name is Enterprise Resource Planning, right? So I'll try to explain in the layman language so that each and every one of you get a detailed understanding of what we are discussing here. Okay. So what happens is, if you talk about the real-time business scenario, let's say we are dealing in a business, right? So your business will be involved in various business processes or various kind of activities will be run around the business, right? So let's say, for example, your business will be is involved in the production of certain goods or manufacturing of certain goods are happening in a business environment, right? So all those activities which are around the production of the goods or production of the or manufacturing of goods are something which will be there in the business. Now, at the same time, when you're doing the production or the business is doing the manufacturing of certain goods, right? So inventory related business processes will be there where the huge amount of flow of inventory will be there. Inventory will be purchased. It will be used for the purpose of manufacturing production, or if the business is involved in the in providing various kind of services, it's a service oriented business, right? So a huge volume of services, different types of services will also be provided as a part of the business process, right? Now what happens is these are various business processes that happens in the organization, right? Now along with that, let's say human resources related activities, right? So each and every business will run on the base of the employee resources, right? So when it is employee resources which are there you need to maintain the employee related data, their payroll related data, their hiring related data, all those activities, a lot of activities are involved around them, right? That we are purchasing related activities, right? So each and every goods and services that you are going to use it for manufacturing or for the purpose of the production, right? So against that, you are going to purchase the raw materials. You are going to acquire various services from the open market, right? So that is also there where detailed set of business processes are involved, correct? Same way your sales related activities where you are going to maintain your sales related activities related to your customer, related to your revenue recognition, all those activities are going to be there as a part of the organization. And finally, last but not least, there's something very important. Each and every activity that you're going to perform in the organization, at the end it is going to have the financial impact, right? Financial impact means in terms of maintenance of your books of accounts, in terms of calculation of your taxes, in terms of your statutory reporting, right? So all these individual business processes are further subdivided into various processes, and at the end these may be very complicated business processes to be maintained in terms of one single overall business, correct? So previously what used to happen is there were when there was no concept of the enterprise resource planning, so there what used to happen, separate applications were available in the market, right? So before that everything used to be handled manually. Then with the evolution of the technology, software applications were developed, right? But previously what used to happen is there was segregated applications available in the market, where one application used to deal only in inventory related business process, another application for production related activities, another application for maintaining the financial details and all. And these applications were not interacting with each other or were not capable of interacting with each other, right? Separately, business used to buy the application, they used to maintain the respective process in the respective applications. And then whenever it comes to the application interacting with each other, that is where there was a lot of manual dependency, where from one application they used to export the data and then they used to combine together with using the manual reports, right? So there the problem was, first it was a very heavy task, a difficult task. It was very not also the cost effective task, and also there was a lot of dependency from the business side over different application, over the maintenance of this application and all, right? So therefore the concept of ERP application, which is enterprise resource planning, was evolved, which says that all your business related activities under one roof or under one application, right? Which means that a software on an application was built that manages and integrates all companies financials, all supply chains, all human capital, all manufacturing, all commercial, all operation related activities under one software application. And the concept is known as ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning. Means the overall resources, overall business processes under one application is something the aim of the application was, right? Now, this enterprise resource planning is doesn't refers to an individual software, but it refers to a domain, the overall domain, where all the business related process which comes under one roof or which are integrated into one single application, and that application is known as enterprise resource plan. Okay. Now here we have some examples, some of the examples in terms of the leading companies which are there into the market, which are providing or which are developing the enterprise ERP software applications, right? Who are actively involved, they already have the applications, as well as they are also developing new applications which are at par with the latest business requirements which are applicable globally, right? So some examples here is we have Oracle as one of the companies who's involved in the ERP application. Then we have SAP. So you might have heard of Oracle, you might have heard of SAP. Then you have even Microsoft available. Salesforce is one of the application, one of the companies. Sage, you have one of the companies here. Correct. So these are the various companies, and not only these. Along with that, there are many other companies who are there in the ERP domain. Okay. So hope the concept is clear here. Now, let's try to understand or let's try to break the overall ERP architecture into multiple components, right? So we'll start with the ERP only. So this is something we have just covered, but let's try to summarize it here. So it's a business process management software that manages and integrates companies' human resources, all human resources activities, all financial activities, all supply chain activities, all operation activities, all manufacturing report activities, as well as reporting activities in a seamless manner to enhance the productivity and ensure the compliance across the financial process. So this is something very important to understand. So all these business processes are seamlessly integrated to enhance the overall productivity of the organization and to ensure the compliance of the various financial processes, or to ensure the compliance of various statutory laws which are applicable in the specific regions. Correct. So this is the ERP concept or ERP domain, what it stands for. Now the company which evolved here or which led to the creation of the ERP applications. And the one which we are talking specifically about is Oracle. So Oracle is a leading organization involved in the development of and deployment of the ERP solution. So from since last more than a decade, the company is involved in the development and deployment of the ERP solution, and not only one single decade. I think multiple decades. It's been involved since 2006. It's there, right? And it's a US based corporation which is started, and it has actively involved in the development and deployment of the ERP solutions here. Correct. And the product that we are specifically talking about, which is developed by Oracle, is Oracle Fusion. So the name of the product is Fusion, developed by Oracle. So therefore, you'll frequently refer to this term, which is called Oracle Fusion application. Right. So what this product is, it's an ERP based product or ERP based software which is developed by the Oracle Corporation, right? So it is one of the leading ERP product available in the market globally as of today. So it is has a leading edge in terms of the ERP product, in terms of the deployment module, which is like it's a cloud-based technology which is available in the application in the market today. Now, another component is Oracle Fusion Financial. So we know this is developed by Oracle. It falls under the ERP platform. The name of the product is ERP Fusion, right? Now, as this product is a ERP product, that means it will support different business processes, including human resources, including supply chain, including manufacturing, including financials, right? So what we are going to talk about in this training program, we are going to talk about Oracle Fusion Financials. So it's a part of Oracle Fusion product where all the financial related business process will be taken care right away from the recording up to the reporting. Means the recording of the transactions will or various business process will be done in the financial modules, and up to the reporting means the final reporting, whether it's an internal reporting or external reporting to the statutory authorities. So all this will be taken care in one single application that is known as Oracle Fusion, and within Fusion we'll be talking about the financial subject area. Okay. Now, also in terms of the application, what we will be talking about here, we will be talking about the business implementation of this application, which means that we will be learning that in case a business opts for Oracle Fusion application, then how the application gets implemented in the real life business scenarios, and what is our role in terms of the Oracle Fusion implementation team, right? So this is the basic understanding of the ERP architecture here. So hope that is okay. Now let me give you a brief detail on the evolution of Oracle Fusion application. Correct. So here, as we know, developed by Oracle Corporation US, right? So the application was launched in the year September 2010, right? And then it was made available to the open world in the year 2011. So basically, the all activities started in the year 2006, where Oracle Corporation realized the need of an ERP application in the global business environment, right? Before that, what was the scenario? Their scenario before that was there were applications which were available in the global market, but those applications were involved in the only in the individual business processes. Means there were applications that were available which deal in human resources, applications that were available it used to deal in supply chain solutions, applications available that they used to deal only in the financial solutions, right? And those application was not integrated also, means that it didn't used to communicate with each other, right? Very difficult to maintain, very difficult to operate. So there Oracle realized the need of an ERP application where one single application can be created across those subject areas. And then in the year 2006, Oracle started working on this application where a combination of various features and functionality which was of the best of the ERP platforms available at that point of time were taken into consideration, means all the best open platforms that were available in the market globally, those were procured by Oracle. Then using those platforms, a new application was invented or created or developed, which was known as Oracle Fusion, right? So some of the examples of the application which were available at that point of time in the global market was e-business suite, right? E-business suite was it is a an application which was developed by Oracle only, right? It was good in Oracle supply chain solutions and financial solution. Then we have JD Edwards platform which was available at that point of time in supply chain solution. PeopleSoft, which was good in the or experts in the human resources solution. Siebel, which was in customer related business processes, right? So those best in the best in the market available platforms were combined together, and then as a part of the combination a new application was developed which was Oracle Fusion Financial, right? Or Oracle Fusions, we can say the overall name of the applications, right? Now the good thing about this application is this application works on the cloud platform, which means that in comparison to the previous applications which were available in the global market, where the application was not hosted on cloud, means those applications were to be implemented locally into the business environment, and even the maintenance was done locally. The new application, which is Oracle Fusion, was a cloud-based technology, which means that the application was developed by Oracle, it is maintained by Oracle. A business just needs to access the application using the cloud technology, right? So just like we access the various let's say we the online commerce platforms, we access it on a cloud basis, right? We just need a device, we just need internet connectivity. Same way here also the same thing is applicable. There is no need of installing anything into the app in like in advance in your system or in your desktop or a laptop in order to use this application. So that is something which is a concept of cloud-based platform which was available at that point of time, which was introduced to the global business environment. Okay, so a quick pictorial representation of the evolution path of Oracle Fusion. So as I mentioned before, right, various platforms were available into the global business market, like PeopleSoft, HRMS solutions, JD Edwards, your procurement and financial, Siebel for your customer related business processes, Hyperion for reporting process, e-business suite for financial, right? So these were individual players which were available and operating in the global markets. And as a business, if I need any of these solution, right, and in general business will be requiring the human resources solution, procurement, reporting, also financial, So business used to procure all these licenses, business used to maintain all these applications separately. These applications were not capable of interacting with each other. So therefore, the maintenance of this application itself, the cost effectiveness itself was a very challenging thing. And then it was upgraded to something called Oracle Fusion application, where under one single roof or one single application, all your business processes was something that was maintained, right? Now, hope this is okay. Brief on the evolution history. What we are talking about, this is okay. Which company we are talking about, which application we are talking about, which technology we are talking about. Hope that is okay. That is clear here, right? But any questions you have, you can just type it in the chat so that we can take on the question and answer round. Right. Now let's move to the next part, which is introduction of Oracle Fusion Financials. So now we are talking about the Oracle Fusion, and within Fusion, we are talking about the financials modules, right? So let's have comprehensive of the overview of the Oracle Fusion Financial, what Oracle Fusion Financial is capable of doing it, or what kind of offerings it has in terms of the overall application. So first thing here I would like to highlight is integration of the overall financial function. Correct. Now, as of now, we have just seen the breakdown at the organization level, where I have mentioned that we have human resources related activity, financial related activity, tax related activity, reporting related activity, supply chain related activity, customer related activity. Those are the broader classifications at the enterprise level. Now let's just focus specifically on the financial part. So if we go to the financials also, so within financials also team, we have multiple business processes that are applicable, which includes your accounts payable, account receivable, your general ledger, your planning, your fixed asset, right? So all these different subject areas are applicable in within financial also, right? So I'll just give you a brief. Your accounts payable is something which deals with the overall procurement, like your supplier related activities, the invoices that you receive from the suppliers, and the payments that you do to the suppliers, right? Payment against the procurement of goods and various services, right? So all this becomes a part of your accounts payable module, right? Or accounts payable subject area. Same way, your customer related activity, customer revenue related activity, their amount that is something that we get from the customer in terms of selling various goods and services, that becomes a part of your receivables. Then you have general ledger where all your accounting related aspect, all your accounting, your books, maintenance of books of account, right? Or your reporting in terms of books of accounts, all those are taken care at the general level. Then we have fixed asset where all your fixed asset related activities across the organization, right? That can be millions and billion dollars, right? All those things. Calculation of depreciation, right? Each and every asset. So those subject areas or those processes are something which are covered in the respective module. Now, what it's mentioned here, or what we have in terms of Oracle Fusion Financials, is these processes, these separate processes, which you call it as an individual module, right? So you have similar process, all your supplier related or payable related activity will be maintained under accounts payable. So wherever there is an interaction between these modules, so those integration is also being done in advance as a part of this application. Means all your financial modules are tightly integrated with each other in a seamless manner. Means wherever there is an exchange of information which is required, so that is something your integration has already been developed. Those functionalities have already been integrated. So once you use the application, wherever there is a dependency in terms of interacting with each other, in terms of transferring the information from one module to other, that is also being done as a part of this modules, right? Which in turn helps the users to effectively maintain the transaction, effectively maintain the business processes in a seamless integrated manner, right? Then next part here is support for compliance, right? So here the point is, as this is a global business application, global ERP application. So from region to region, there may be different requirement in terms of various compliance, right? Complex business operations will be involved, and that too required to be compliant with the applicable laws and regulation, right? So the application has been developed in a way where various business processes has been included into the application, which is in compliance with the applicable laws and regulations and various applicable statutory laws, regulations, as well as accounting standards also, right? Which means that if you are operating or if you are working in this application in any part of the world, it is being made sure in advance that the processes that we are going to use within the application are in compliance with the applicable laws and regulations. Correct. Now, the third point here is unified financial health view, right? And that is the most important aspect of having a tightly integrated application where various business processes are integrated with each other in a seamless manner, which is unified financial health view, right? So now the dependency in terms of exchanging the information between various business processes very less. Everything is automated. So there we can easily get the financial health view of the overall organization, how an organization is performing in terms of suppliers, in terms of customers, in terms of assets, in terms of various expenses, in terms of procurement, right? So those things are effectively now available in a unified manner so that the management of the organization can effectively check how the organization is performing and accordingly they can take an effective decision making, right? They can do effective or better decision making. And all these are available in one single application only. And last but not the least, which is the need of the day, which is AI driven enhancement, right? So this application was developed in 2006, deployed in 2011, but this global business requirements are keeps on changing day to day, right? From 2011 it is changing and also going to be changed in the upcoming future also, right? Where new enhancement or we can say new technologies will come into picture. So here the process which is followed is the technology or the software application is made at par or upgraded at par with the latest available applicable developments in the field of the global business markets, right? So AI is the latest development, right? So here the application is already upgraded and is in the process of upgrading with the upcoming features where it is leveraging the AI technology to enhance the accuracy and efficiency of the application. And specifically, as we are talking about the financial processes, right? So we are focusing on that part, but not only to the financial processes, the other process, business processes like human capital, supply chain, there also the AI-driven enhancement has been introduced into the application, and any new thing that will come into the market, that is also something which Oracle takes a lead to upgrade the application in terms of the latest applicable developments. Correct. What is the end result of this? The end result is to minimize the manual errors, to minimize the manual dependency in terms of doing the transaction, and maximum focus can be put on the various reports, various compliance, the unified health view of the organization. More focus can be done on those areas instead of manually doing the transactions, manually maintaining the application, right? And there because of that purpose only, this AI driven enhancement, machine learning enhancement has been upgraded into the application, right? Well, let me move to the next part here, team. So let's also talk about the current market position of Oracle Fusion financials, right? So we have uh, we have talked about the Oracle, we have talked about the ERP platform, we have talked about the Fusion product within Fusion, we have talked about the financial components like what we are expecting in terms of the financials. So let's now understand what is the global market position of the product. So first is it is a part of the Oracle Fusion Cloud ERP suite, right? So this financial is a part of the overall ERP suite developed by Oracle, which is known as Fusion, right? Whereas all the business processes related or what we are going to cover as a part of the financials are tightly integrated, seamlessly integrated, and ultimately it will help you to gain the overall understanding of the financial position of the organization, how well the organization is doing in terms of financials, in terms of various reporting, in terms of various business processes, right? And the whole application is in very much high demand across the industries, right? So where I have specifically mentioned across the industries means different industries, industry working in different businesses, different service oriented industry. So there Oracle is playing quite a good role. It has taken the leading edge because of the type of solutions it has developed and it has deployed in the uh, considering the global needs and requirements. right? So organizations are increasingly seeking the integrated solution that is the need of the day to streamline their financial operation, and that is where Oracle Fusion Financial plays an important role in terms of the technology available. Now, one of the very important aspect of this particular application is flexibility and scalability. Means the application is flexible enough to meet the global business requirement, as well as it is scalable enough so that with an increase in the business requirement, it can upscale itself to meet the business requirement, right? So it offers adaptable options for catering various business sizes and evolving needs, right? So depending upon the business size, it is flexible enough, it is scalable enough, and depending upon the evolving needs of the business, this product can be scalable as well as it is flexible enough to maintain all the related business processes, right? So this is one of the very important aspect of the Fusion Financials application. Then one of the other sub areas which is like kind of end result, like what we are going to achieve in terms of implementing or using this application is robust reporting capabilities. So robust reporting capabilities means the product is capable of delivering the various reports which are in compliance to the applicable business standards, applicable statutory laws, and various compliance parameters. So those reporting capabilities are inherent into the application so that various reporting can be developed, as well as it comes with a seeded package of reporting, globally accepted reportings, report which are there into the global business environment, which are acceptable, which are there for day-to-day use. Those are also come seamlessly into the application. That is something which we have as a part of this application. So it delivers comprehensive and insightful reporting tools that aid in decision-making process. So not only the external reporting, but also the internal reportings are made possible to the extent possible. The most custom reports can be developed here so that the decision making at the management level can be effectively done here. Now, last but not least here, adoption by the mid and large enterprises, right? So with the growing business needs across the various organizations, now this product is very high in demand, especially by the mid and large enterprises, where they have complex business processes which to maintain. So using the technology, using the product available, they can maintain those processes. They can sync their business processes in terms of the Oracle Fusion application. They can generate the financial outputs. They can generate the report. They can maintain all their records or all their business processes along with the financial details. Means each and every business that you are going to maintain into the application, whatever the financial applications of the scene, those can also be uh, achieved using the application there, right? So this is the current market position, leading edge the product has taken, right, in terms of various industries. So it's not industry specific, like only applicable to specific industry, multiple across multiple industries where it has developed different solution which are industry wide accepted, in which are industry oriented, and using those solution it has gained a leading edge over other products available in the market. Now, a brief example on some of the industries where Oracle has effectively it's operating, it has effectively provided the solution. So very well uh, uh, effectively working in the IT industries, right? So all the IT companies are nowadays they are using in first place or as Oracle as the ERP product for maintaining their various business related process. Even healthcare, you'll see a lot of companies who are dependent on Oracle in terms of their overall ERP solution. Then we have hospitality business, telecommunication business, we have financial services, logistics, and shipping and logistics, and even other industries, right? So one quick example here from one of the source where some of the total count of the industries or the companies that are effectively using the Oracle ERP. So industry-wide, the numbers are there. Now, these are maybe some old numbers, not the recent one, because this keeps on changing on a month-to-month basis. But this is one of the latest one. So here, like somewhere around 4,960 companies in the information technology services involved. They are effectively using Oracle Fusion and so on with other industries also. But the utility is not only restricted with this industry. latest numbers will also show you some other industries where effectively Oracle solutions were implemented and successfully deployed, right? So this is something we can get from the open source, this quick details, right? That will help you to gain an understanding which all are the industries where the application has been successfully implemented and still operating. Right. Now, some of the key features and benefits, right? So this is something internally we should be understanding as a Oracle consultant, that what kind of features and benefits the product offers, so that when implementing this product we should be knowing like what is the benefit an organization is going to achieve in terms of implementing this product, or if in terms the software is being selected for the purpose of usage as an ERP software, right? So one is comprehensive functionalities, right? So the application comes with the set of comprehensive functionalities. Now, what is comprehensive functionality? Various business processes that are applicable across the globe, right? So there may be some process we are US specific, right, which are done as a part of the best practice, right? Maybe the case in other regions still not introduced, but the application comes inbuilt with those processes, so that even if region wants to adopt those processes, those comprehensive functionalities, those comprehensive business processes can be adopted as a part of this application, right? Then advanced analytics, so more on the reporting side, so where the advanced reporting tools are available in the application, which is capable of creating various complex reports which will help the business for effective decision making, and also to gain an insight what is going on across the business, right? So apart from this internal reporting, apart from that, as I mentioned, even statutory reporting is something which is very well taken care as a part of the application. Then we have something called AI and machine learning, right? So first and foremost thing, the application continuously upgrades itself with the latest available technology enhancement, which can enhance the business processes, which can enhance the quality of the product, which is at par, or which makes the application compatible with the latest available business requirement, complex business requirement. So that is where AI and machine learning has also been introduced, and it's not only now which has been introduced. It's been a few years where the product has been upgraded with the latest available features in terms of AI and machine learning, and it's a continuous process that where new process on a day-to-day basis as is being made compatible with the latest available technologies in the market. So as of now, it's like AI and machine learning. But in future, like anything new comes up into picture, then yes, the attempts will be made to make the application compatible so that it fits all the business requirement across the globe and at any given point of time. Correct. Now the next one is as a part of added features and benefit, global compliance support, right? So we have already discussed and now we have an understanding. So always the application will be developed or is developed within keeping in mind that it should be compliant with the applicable accounting standards, applicable statutory requirements. Right. So if I'm working in this application in US, then it will make sure that US specific compliance is taken into consideration. If the application implemented in India, it is made sure the application is compliant with the Indian applicable accounting standards or the statutory laws which are governing the overall application or governing the overall business processes, right? And last here is what is the ultimate objective of this? The ultimate objective of this is to enhance the user experience, right? So at the end of the day, it is the user who should be getting an improved or enhanced experience in terms of using the application. The application should not be complicated enough to be operated by the users, or it should not be easy enough where the complex business process cannot be accommodated. So both the side, there's more focus in enhance user experience to improve the user satisfaction, to improve the usability of this application so that more and more users can use the application in an effective way. Right. Some of the key benefits and features we have. Yeah. Now, this particular slide, team, which will help you, especially the students who have already an experience of working in the other ERP platform or the existing ERP platform, which is known as e-business suite. So some of the key differences I have highlighted here. So that is going to help you in terms of comparison, how the two technologies are different. What are the key differences between them? So I'm not saying that these are the only differences, but I have tried to mention some differences here, which will not only help the experienced students, but also it will help the fresher students also to compare that what different we have in Fusion in comparison to the e-business suite or in comparison to the other platforms which are available in the market. So first is here uh, the organization who has developed the two products, both products are developed by Oracle Corporation only, but something important in terms of deployment. The deployment model here in case of Oracle Fusion is cloud. So it's a cloud-based technology, anytime, anywhere access, which means you just need a laptop, you just need a desktop, you just need the internet connectivity. You have an URL, you have a credentials. You just enter the URL, enter the credentials, ID, password, and then you're good to go in terms of using the application. Whereas the the previous version, which was more on the on-premises side, where you will be able to access the application only within the particular premises where the implementation was done. Yes, nowadays, if you do look at the recent enhancement, even the e-business suite now has been made available on the cloud platform. That is a kind of enhancement. But again, the maintenance and everything is something which will be done on the premises of the business only, correct? But the technology of Fusion is totally a cloud-based platform, right? Deployment model, something in technical in nature, which is called SaaS model, and here we have PaaS model in case of e-business suite. So a quick difference between the two, so especially for the fresher students to understand. So PaaS model is something where the Oracle Corporation has given you a platform where the business needs to develop all their business related process. Everything is will be done by the business itself. Whereas SaaS as a platform means software as a service is a predefined software which is made available from the Oracle side, right? So everything comes predefined into the application, the overall architecture. What you need to do, you just need to reconfigure or you need to configure as per the business requirements, right? So let's say there are 100 of business processes which are there globally accepted, right? So those 100 processes will come predefined to the application. What you need to do, you need to identify the business processes which are applicable to you means to the business, and you need to just configure that, and then those will be available to for use, right? So here I'm using the word configuration, I'm not using the word development, right? So you need not to do any development in terms of the overall application. Here you have an application which already has all the processes inbuilt. You just need to configure as per your business requirement. Okay. Now, something very important, which is maintenance and upgrade of the application. So, timely maintenance is something which is required for all the software application. And one of the very important aspect is upgrade. Upgrade means upgrade with the latest available technology, with the latest available feature. So, in case of Oracle Fusion, this is something which is done externally by Oracle itself. Externally means not business is not going to do the same. It is owned and managed by Oracle itself. Whereas in case of the traditional e-business suite or the previous platform, this was something which was done internally by the business itself, right? So that is where a huge cost was involved, huge cost on maintenance of the separate team who can take care of this activity, and separate resources and skill set was required to just do this maintenance internally. Whereas nowadays, this is taken care everything by Oracle itself, maintenance and upgradation. A team of experts will going to do, and it is made sure that timely maintenance and upgrades are something which is made available to all. Means any feature which is made available to the application which is being operated in US, at the same time it will make sure at the same time it is available to all the other users which are operating from different parts of the world, right? So that is something which is made sure here in terms of Oracle Fusion. Now, in terms of installation, so any installation is involved here. So answer is no. In case of Fusion, it's a web-based application. So even going forward, you'll also see that if you're when we start using the application, so there also it's a web-based application. You'll just be provided with three things. One is your URL, one is your credential, ID, and password. Based on that, you'll be easily be able to use this application. Once you have these three things, you're good to go in terms of usage of application. Whereas in case of e-business suite, no, that was not the case. Installation is something that was required, and here the concept which was used is you used have to install the application in your desktop in your laptops before uh, starting using it. Correct. Now, again here, if we have students who are already working in e-business suite that on a platform, then maybe they may come up with the fact that no, nowadays it is not required to be installed as it's a cloud based. So that is something which is available. Yes, even e-business suite nowadays it's been upgraded to cloud based, but many of the organization or the initial version is of the on premises basis only, where you still have these kind of challenges which you'll be facing. Now, in terms of cost, here the cost is very low in comparison to the business suite, right? So, in case of a business suite, everything has to be installed into the business environment, right? And here, in case of Fusion, it is like there is no installation is required. You have various features, right? And then you just pay as you use basis, right? So it's a kind of subscription based models. Like each and every business can highlight, okay, what kind of services they required in terms of their ERP environment, and pay only to that, limited to that usage. Like whatever services that you are using, you have to pay for that only. Whereas in case of a previous one, along with the business processes like which we are going to use, the other ones which was part of the package also used to be taken or subscribed, and where the licensing cost was pretty much on a higher side. Okay. Now, on the user friendly side, like in comparison to the previous version, how much it is a user friendly. So with the current interface, it is a more user friendly application that is made available to the users team here, right? So you'll see that if you already work in some other application and now you're going to work in Oracle Fusion application, you'll see the user interface is quite interactive, quite easy to use. So with a click of mouse, you'll be easily able to use the application, and the screens are also very interactive in comparison to the other previous versions that you have. Now, something very important in terms of understanding the overall implementation thing, right? So going forward, the expectation as a part of the training program is like going forward in terms of career, you'll be getting an opportunity where you'll be working in this application and predominantly in the implementation of this application, where you'll be implementing on behalf of various businesses, right? So the standard deployment timelines from the Oracle side in terms of deployment of Oracle Fusion is 3 to 4 months. Means within 3 to 4 months, standard 3 to 4 months, you can implement this whole solution in any business environment. Correct. Now, this may vary, right? But the standard timeline says 3 to 4, depending on various internal and external factors. This definitely varies, right? But standard timeline for deployment of Oracle Fusion is set to 3 to 4 months, whereas in case of business suite, it was minimum 1 year of standard timeline, which used to go to 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years sometimes, right? And which is reduced to the minimum possible time in case of Oracle Fusion. As the reason is, it's a SaaS platform. Everything comes with the application pre-built. Okay. Now, again, an important point here is integration, right? As it's an ERP application where I mentioned various business processes can be integrated in one single platform. Now, the important thing here is it always the case where you have all the required business process in one single platform? Can there not be case where some other applications are being used, and then there is a dependency of integrating, or there's a dependency of bringing the data from that application into Oracle Fusion? So is it possible? Answer is yes. These kind of integrations between the third party software applications and Oracle Fusion is also possible, and it is less complicated in case of Fusion because dedicated solutions has been developed where with the minimum time frame, minimum effort, integrations can be developed. However, in the previous version, this was on more complicated side because at that point of time, these kind of ERP development was in the initial phase, and there was lesser technologies that were available. But now, with the introduction of the latest available technology, integrations are pretty much easy, pretty much common that you'll see in every other business environment. For example, I'll just give you a quick example here. So the system is capable of integrating with the banking software for all your payments, all your customer deposits, right? Which means that from the application, you can interact with the banking servers, you can send the payment instruction, you can receive the amount deposit details, you can receive the bank statement directly into the application in a seamless integrated manner. So that kind of integration options are something which is applicable, right? Or which are available. Now, apart from this, I'm not restricting myself to Oracle, the banking server only, but even Oracle is capable of interacting with other systems also. Any third-party system we can integrate in terms of the communication, inwards and outward communication, where various data which is maintained in one application can be brought in and can be taken out from Oracle and sent to the other applications. Right. Customization, one of the very important aspect again. So is this application is customizable. So the previous version was highly customizable, where business can create their own process, their own forms, everything is highly customizable. And there the problem used to be, or the issues were, where lot of customizations were done. There was no standard practice across the globe, and that to make it difficult for the users to use the application in multiple different regions across the world, and as well as to follow common practice in terms of using the application, right? So the customization scope was is very high in the previous application, but that made the usage of the application quite complicated. But here, in case of Oracle Fusion, the scope of customization is less, right? Less means as all the majority of the business process and practices which are followed across the globe has already been made available here, as it's a SaaS application. Means predefined those processes are there. Business just needs to go through those process. Business needs to finalize those process. So if we are using a practice which is like, let's say we are operating in India and we are using an application in India. So if a user goes to US, the same practice is also something they can expect in the US also, which means that from the user perspective, it is now with the help of Oracle Fusion, it is highly effective that whatever practice they are following in one part of the world, same you'll find in other parts of the world, which makes for life of the user pretty easy, where they can use the application, they can learn in one part of the region, and they can use their skill set in other parts of the region, right? It is going to be absolutely the same thing. Correct. Now, scalability, which means that with the growing needs and requirement of the business, let's say it was a mid-sized business, but then it has expanded, multiple new companies came into picture, the volume of transaction also increased. So is this product is capable of being scalable? Answer is yes. That is something which can be done in minimum time frame, as the overall application is maintained by Oracle itself. So growing needs and requirements of the business can be easily accommodated. However, that was a difficult task in the existing organization, because a lot of apart from the software hardware uh, dependency was also there. So in order to make the product scalable, you had to scale the overall infrastructure, and that to on a higher cost, right? And the team of experts were required at that point of time. That made the overall scalability of the product as complex, right, in comparison to Fusion. Okay. Now, data security. So in Fusion, it is less challenging because being taken care by the Oracle, and Oracle makes sure that the highest level of data security standards are taken care in order to maintain the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the data for the business, right? And that is something which was previously done by the internal business team only. So there the challenges were more, right, in comparison to the Oracle. So now highest standards of data security is deployed across the globe by Oracle. And it's taken care by Oracle. So the business needs not to worry on the part of the data, like how the data is being secured, or how the data security will be maintained. So this is something which is taken care by Oracle itself, right? So a quick brief on a quick comparison. I hope it helped you to understand the overall features or overall benefits of the Oracle Fusion in comparison to the other platforms, in comparison to the existing e-business suite or existing Oracle product that we have available in the market. Right. Now, let me move next here, team. So a quick overview how the screen looks like from the Fusion application perspective. So as I mentioned, the same single application, it can support various business processes in terms of human capital management, in terms of enterprise resource planning, where we have financials and other ERP areas, then enterprise performance management, right? So all the specific subject areas which are applicable within the organization are made available now in the single application only. Correct. So if you talk about the human capital management, if you talk about the supply chain management, right? So within those, the specific subject areas are there, right? These subject areas are called modules, like where modules means where specific processes or common processes are clubbed together, business processes, those are called individual modules, right? So this is how the screen looks like. Now, Here we can understand the concept of modules. Like within financial, we have various modules which are applicable. So we have general ledger, as I explained before, where the accounting related aspect, reporting related aspects are taken care. Accounts payable, asset management, cash management, account receivable, payments and collection. Right. Same way we have other subject areas like human capital management, where different modules are there. Customer relationship management, supply chain management. Right. All these are part of one single application only, and the focus area for our training will be this one, which is financial management. Okay, so along with the financial management, wherever it is applicable, where the modules are interacting with some other modules like supply chain management and all, will be having that kind of understanding how the overall flow of information takes place, what are the dependencies, and how from the solution perspective we are going to uh, create the solutions, we are going to deploy the solutions, right? So that is also will be covering as a part of this training program team, right? All right. So now some quick informations here, team. Right. So first in set of information is what are the different modules which are available in the financial suite, right? That's a kind of understanding we should be having. So we have the modules divided into two parts, right? And what are these modules? Individual business process, where we have common business processes. Those are clubbed together, put into a collection, and that collection is known as module. All right. So we have the modules divided into two parts. One is the core modules and one is the other modules, right? So core modules, that is something that you'll see in every other businesses, those are applicable, like your general ledger, your books of accounts, your accounts payable, your supply related transaction, your fixed asset transaction, the fixed asset, your customer related transaction, revenue related transaction, customer deposit related transaction, other account receivable, your banking related activities means your bank statements, your reconciliation of bank statement with various transactions you've done in the system. So those related activities are something we'll be maintaining in cash management. So all these five modules are known as core modules, whereas on the other side we have other modules which will be required in case the business requires them. For example, intercompany. So if the business has those kind of intercompany requirements, then these modules are something which can be subscribed from Oracle. Then expense module, which will be dealing in expense related, employee expense related transactions, and advanced collection, tax, accounting, of revenue, and similar other such modules which are available as a part of the list. Correct. So these are the different modules, right? And the training that we are going to get take or the we are going to cover as a part of this training program is across these modules only, right? So module specific trainings we'll be talking about. We'll know how these modules work, how to configure this module, what are the business processes involved, how the reporting works. All those aspects will be covering as a part of this training program. Now, let me give some details here. So integration with Oracle. Okay, there's some details on the integration. I can skip for now this one. And let's just focus on this for now. So this is the overall cloud financial integration. So this is a kind of pictorial representation of how different financial modules communicate with each other, or they transfer the information from one module to another, right? So this is the architectural representation of the architecture, which represents that there are integration which has already been done or in place in a seamless manner. So when you perform the transaction, any corresponding information which needs to be transferred from one module to another, that is something which is going to happen like this, right? So if you see the single arrow, which means that flow of information will be happening from left to right here. So, for example, your expense module, where employee related expenses transactions will be done, and correspondingly it will be connected with the payables module, where the information will be transferred from expense to payable. Same way with the payables and cash management also, right? So within payables module, you'll be handling your supply related transaction, including the supplier invoices, supplier payments, and those payment information will be flowing to the cash management, where we'll be reconciling with the bank statement, right? So these kind of integrations are something that we need not to do, because these are predefined integration, already tried and tested, or seamlessly they are working fine, right? So we just need to configure the respective modules as per the business requirement, and then corresponding transfer of information or interaction of information is something that will be made sure using this integrations. And finally here we have the integration with the general ledger, where all our books of accounts are maintained in terms of all the financial information, all the balances, all the trial balances, everything is something everything is here. it is stored as a part of your general ledger module, right? So we'll see, look into these modules, we'll see how the working of these modules work and how the accounting information is maintained as financial modules. It has to do, it has a major dependency on the accounting part. So therefore, we'll also look into this part here, right? So just a pictorial representation of that part. All right, now moving next, what we are going to cover as a part of this training program, or what is in the scope of this program. So, as a part of this training program team, we are going to cover all the core modules of the Oracle Fusion Financials, which is includes your general ledger module, which includes your accounts payable module, which includes your fixed asset, account receiver, and cash management. Okay. Now, within these module, also what we need to understand is the overall training program is divided into two parts. One is the configuration related part where we'll learn how to configure this application or how to configure this modules into the application, right? What are the key components of the configuration? How the business in the business scenario, how we are going to propose the solution, what are the key aspects of the solution that we're going to use and deploy into the applications. That is one part. And second part is once the configuration is done, how we are going to use various business processes. So there are three aspects we'll be covering here. One is the configuration, one is testing of the various business processes, and third one is the reporting, how to generate various reports in the application, right? So that is something we'll be covering here. Now, on the second part here, what we are going to cover here is security related aspect, how to make sure the security related aspects are uh, enabled into the application. What are the different ways of enabling the security related aspects, right? How the approval mechanism flows, where the various approval workflows can be enabled and deployed into the application. So those are something we'll be covering here. Then spreadsheet data loader, right? So how to use the Excel spreadsheet to bulk upload the data into the application. All right. So this is also one of the very important aspects. These two, one, which is 3 and 4, spreadsheet data loader, FPDI loader, where we'll see in case there is a requirement to bulk upload the data, how that can be done. Although these are covered as a part of the data migration thing, but we'll be covering as a part of our session. So even as a consultant, we should be knowing how these thing works to bulk upload the data into the application. Then we'll be talking about some of the reporting tools where we'll be talking about the BI overview and the OTBI overview, right? So these are the name of the tools which are applicable, which are available into the application. So BI will have an overview of the BI tool, BI publisher tool, where we'll understand how this tool works, right? But will not work on the detail because this requires the detailed understanding of the SQL queries. But we'll be focusing on another tool here, which is called OTBI tool. This is something which is easy for the users to understand. It doesn't have any coding dependency. Here we'll be understanding how to use the tool, how to create the reports, but the overall overview how the reporting tools are different, what are the different reporting tools available into the application, how it works. So those are something we'll be covering here as a part of this overall curriculum. Okay. Now, some of the quick working profile related details, right? So one of the questions that arises in the mind of the consultants is like, what kind of different roles we can expect once we are done with the training, or where exactly we can pitch in terms of various opportunities, right? So just a brief on that part, so it will help you to understand that what is something that you can expect out of this training program. So as of now, in terms of the various opportunities that we have available in the market, you'll see there are the different opportunities with different names, but I've categorized these into three parts here. So one is the Oracle functional team, right? So as a part of the Oracle functional team, there is team who is responsible for doing the various business processes, which means that you already have the applications configured. Now you'll be dealing in the various business processes. Well, you'll be doing running various business processes as per the needs and requirement of the business. Also, you can become a part of the implementation team where you'll be responsible for implementing the product from the functional side. Functional side means you'll make sure that the overall business processes are implemented or configured as per the business requirement. Then same here, I've also mentioned technical team. So here technical team means specifically from the configuration perspective. So as a technical team, you can make sure that if you're working as a technical team, so you'll understand the needs and requirement of the business. You'll configure the application as per the needs and requirement of the business, and then as per the functional team, you'll also be deploying various processes that are there for the business, right? So that is where you can run various processes based on the configuration that you did. And third one is the end user role. end user role means if you're not a part of the implementation team, so let's say you're part of the businesses who has implemented Oracle or who is working on the Oracle platform, so they'll also be requiring the users to operate the Oracle software, right, for doing their day-to-day business transactions, right? So for example, if bank is using, so bank also needs someone who should be knowing how to use the Oracle for in terms of various functionalities, or it can be bank, it can be any other industry, healthcare, hospitality, and all, right? So there the end users are someone who are going to do the various business activities, right? So in the first two, if you are looking for a job or an opportunity in terms of the implementation consultant where you'll be implementing on behalf of some business, so that is where these two roles will fit. In the third role, you'll be become a part of the organization where the Oracle has been implemented. Correct. And various work profiles also we have, like if we deep dive into this, like what are the different work profiles. So as an implementation consultant, you can be there where you're responsible for implementing the software application for various other business organizations, right? As a support consultant, where you'll be providing the support for the organization who have already implemented Oracle software application, and you are providing support in terms of technical support, functional support, where various features related to various business related queries you'll be providing support. And third one of the very newest job profile here is testing consultant, where the companies who are involved in implementing Oracle, they also have hire consultants who are responsible for testing whatever what solutions they have implemented to various businesses, or the businesses who are involved in the Oracle, they hire the team of persons who are responsible for checking, for testing the solutions that has been offered, whether the solutions are as per the business requirement or not, right? Now, let me give you a brief here. Here I have mentioned various companies that are involved in right. Let me give you a brief what kind of companies you'll be able to find it here, so that it gives you more kind of clarity that what is expected here. So first is the product selling company, which is Oracle itself. Oracle has developed the product, and Oracle on a subscription basis gives license to various organizations who want to use the Oracle product, Fusion Financials. And then we have the service providers, right? So these products, as I mentioned, these are product with predefined business processes, but it has to be configured as per the individual business requirement. So those configurations are something which is done by the service providers. The service providers means these are the various companies who are in partnership with Oracle, are the expert in industry-wide solutions. So they know how the various industry, what is the best practice across the region, what is the industry-wide solution that is applicable, and they are the expert in implementing the Oracle. So that includes your big four companies, your Oracle Consulting, IBM, Infosys, and even we have multiple hundreds of other players in partnership with Oracle. So basically, what these companies do, they implement the Oracle product for various businesses. So let's say if Reliance wants to go with Oracle Fusion, right? So Reliance, they themselves may not be knowing that how to implement, or they are not they are subject matter expert of the business process, but they're not subject matter expert of the overall application. So in that case, they'll be approaching the service provider who will be implementing the product, as these are they have industry-wide exposure of the best business practices and applicable solutions. So these service providers will be providing services of implementing the product for the business. Let's say Reliance in our case. Okay. Now you can become a part of the service providers where you'll be part of the Oracle implementation and support team who's responsible for providing solutions to the various businesses who are implementing the solution for various businesses, right? So that is where service providers will come into picture. And then you have the final business list of business where the third party, one is product selling, another is service product, third is the businesses who are actually going to implement the Oracle or get the Oracle implemented in their business, where you can also become a part of that team, where as an end user you can work with those organizations. Let's say you're working with a bank, and in bank is using Oracle, and now you know how to use Oracle, so that is where you'll be working, right? So that is also one of the slide we'll cover, where we'll see how some examples of the businesses where Oracle has been successfully implemented. All right. Now, in the interest of the time, let me give you some details of the training plan as of now. So, what training plan we have? So, this is the training plan. So, minimum 14 weeks is something that we are expecting here. So, we'll start with the basics and general ledger. So that is going to take around 3 weeks. Then we'll talk about the accounts payable module within 3 to 6 weeks. Account receivable module again 3 weeks. Cash management module and fixed asset module, and system administrative training, which is going to be followed in the last week. So it's a tentative duration of 14 weeks. You can expect plus like addition only, not minus. So plus 2 to 3 weeks more. So somewhere around 2.5 months to 3 months training program will be there. All right. Then some of the training objectives. Okay, so these you can go with these training objectives. What we are trying to achieve here. So uh, for the freshers, what we are trying to achieve here is career in the IT sector. Correct. So in order to begin your career in this domain, is something this training is designed, and also it has been designed so that you can enhance your knowledge and experience in the ERP domain, right? So once you get that enhanced knowledge and skill set, then you'll be able to start your career in the IT sector, right? And for the experienced consultants, even we have experienced consultants who are already working somewhere else or already worked the previous versions of Oracle Fusion. What we have here, so in order uh, to start their career in the IT sector, let's say they are working in non-IT sector, another sector, right? Or they have worked in some other domain. Now they want to start their career in the ERP domain. So this training program will be really helpful for them, right? At the same time, let's say they are working in some other role. Now they want to switch their role into Oracle Fusion Financial Consultant. So that is also where this training program is something which will be helpful for you to upskill yourself and to switch from one role to another, which is in the name of Oracle Fusion Financials, right? And also upskill is one of the important aspect of this training, where you have trained in some other criteria or other skill set. Let's say you're working in the supply chain, you're working in the human resources, and now we want to switch to Oracle Fusion Financials to in order to upskill yourself. So that is also one of the training objective we have covered here. All right. So now, team, let's move to the course features. So it will help you to effectively understand the features which we are offering as a part of this training program, and it will help you to take a effective decision making to join this training program. So we'll start with the course features. So minimum duration we are expecting 2.5 months to 3 months. So 3 months you can take around. So 70 plus hours of content we'll be having, where we'll be having live discussions, live sessions on a daily basis, where we will be using the application, right? So it is not like theoretical knowledge we'll be using here, but as a part of the session we'll be using real life workshops, training workshop, where you'll be using the applications, Oracle Fusion application, to configure the application, to know how the overall solutioning is going to work, to know how the overall process is going to work, right? So that those will be like on a daily basis we'll be having Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30 India time. And those training programs are at par with the real time implementation, which means that whatever stages, whatever approach that you are going to use in a real-time implementation, same will be used here, right? And various stages of the implementation will be discussed. We'll be discussing the solutioning approach, what are the key decisions, what are the in and outs of the uh, various solution aspects we are should be taking care, and what are the different stages involved into day-to-day implementation, right? So here the objective is to make sure that once the candidate or once the student is trained, so he should be or she should be in a position to be directly deployed by a business organization in an ongoing opportunity, which means that what used to happen before is students used to join the business organizations, where organization used to provide them the trainings, and then they used to give them the assignment. Now with the help of this training program, we attempt to give that kind of skill set to the students, so that they can directly be in a they should be in a position to directly be deployed in a ongoing project assignment, right? So that is something we'll be using here, where we'll be using the practical based training workshop approach. Right. What additionally we are going to offer here, team, we are going to offer the lifetime access to the video recordings. Each and every sessions that we are going to have will be recorded. And once it is recorded, once the sessions are over, immediately on the same day, the recorded sessions will be available. So we have an official portal where these sessions will be in a sequential manner. This will be available along with the topics that has been covered in the sessions, right? What it will help you to refer back to those sessions, not only during this training program, even afterwards. Once you become a part of the any organization, there you need to have some reference videos, so you can go back, refer back to the content. It's a lifetime access that you're going to have. Along with that, team, we are also going to provide you the access of the cloud instances, right? And that is going to be 5 months from the date of start of the training. So 5 month access will be there, so that along with this session, you can also practice the uh, what all topics that we have discussed during the class, you can also cover the same practice at offline any related queries that can be resolved in the real time, right? Then along with that, we will be giving the access of the Oracle repository. So that's again a lifetime access. Repository means where all the Oracle related, updated, latest available notes are stored. So you can have the access of the notes. You can go through the topics, right? So along with the practical based approach, you can also use these notes for gain an advanced understanding on the overall application, right? So these are the course features that we are going to offer. On the placement assessment assistance side, yes, we do provide assistance. So one first is one-to-one doubt assistance is something that will be following. So here we'll be following a mechanism that not only within the class, but even after the class, while doing the offline practice, if you have any doubts, so one-to-one assistance will be provided from our admin team, from my side, from admin team side. And the approach that we are going to use is live project approach, which means the approach in this training program will be real-time implementation project assignment approach, which means that with the approach we are using here is the real-time implementation. What are the stages? What are the key documents? All those will be discussed in class uh, with only one objective. The objective is that as and when you are out of this training program, once you're done with this training program, you should be in a position to be deployed directly on a ongoing project, right? So with that objective, training program has been designed. Then along with that, our team, as we are experts in the resume preparation, will also be helping you out in the resume preparation, where any assistance required will be provided for preparing an Oracle ERP consultant resume. Then what we help in terms of placement assistance, we will be having dedicated sessions where we'll be sharing the sample interview questions and answers. That's the kind of mock-up interviews, right? Where various questions and answers will be shared so that it will help you to prepare effectively for the upcoming interviews or job opportunities, right? And in that context, one of the very important is referrals, right? So we have our tie-ups with the various business organizations, especially we have tie-up with the Oracle implementation companies, organizations who are in partnership with Oracle. So time to time, they'll be having opportunities, and we have tie-up with them where we will be referring our training students to them so that they can gain an advantage over the other students in terms of securing a job opportunity. Now, these opportunities, right? I'm not saying only limited like full time, even freelancing opportunities where we have the freelancing opportunities coming from various businesses. So that is also time to time we refer to our students so that they can secure the effective job in a minimum time frame, right? So that is something we'll be doing here as a part of our placement assistance. Correct. So hope this we are clear with these points here with the course features and the placement assistance. Now let me go back here. So some of the quick referrals from the students who are managed to secure the job based on our training programs, right? So I think this is something that you have already seen in the official website of Triotech, right? So these are some of the referrals. And a quick reference of the students where of our students where they have working or they are able to get a job secured. So Deloitte, Accenture, Evosys, which is Mastech Limited now, then TechM, TCS, Capgemini, PwC, EY, and even many other small size, mid size, and big size organization. Even Big Four our students are working in. And yes, the training program has been developed in a way so that effectively a job can be secured. And now we have successfully many of our students are working within these organizations. These are some of the top names, but we still have many other organizations where our students are working. All right, now something on the course fee and the early bird offer, ongoing offer. So yes, the course fee is 25,000 here team, and we have an early bird offer which is valid for today. If you confirm your uh, enrollments today, so our admin team might have reached out the Zoom chat for the enrollment related formalities. So yes, if you enroll by today, you can get this price of 22,999 as a part of the enrollment of early enrollment offer. And also along with that, an additional server access will be provided you for 2 months, which is worth rupees 6,000. So what happens is 5 months access you have for the servers. And if you enroll under the early bird offer along with the price, you can also get a benefit of the server access where additional 2 months enrollment or 2 months access of the server will be given based on the enrollment that you have done. Right. So this is the official WhatsApp number. You can contact on this number if you have any enrollment related queries or any other queries after the session, right? Meanwhile, if you have any queries that you can type in the chat section where our admin team will be taking that up, right? Let me go here. All right, some of these FAQs, right? So in the interest of time, we'll be covering these FAQs in the next session. So again, tomorrow we'll be having the second session, demo session uh, for this training program. So this is the first session. In the second session, what we are going to do, we are going to discuss some of the important aspects again for the purpose of this training program, as well as we will be having a real time demo in the actual application. We'll see how the actual application looks like. So it will kind of give you a look and feel of the application. So that is something we are going to cover there. And then we'll also be covering this FAQs in the next session. Yeah. All right, now let me move to the Q&A round. So let me quickly go through some of the questions you have in the chat.
Yeah, so before getting into the questions, so Abhishek, we have a small announcement. Uh, yeah, so first of all, thanks for this session, Abhishek, and thank you so much, everyone, for taking your time to attend this demo. So, as Abhishek sir mentioned, the actual course fee is 25,000, but only for today enrollments, we are giving this early bird offer price that is 22,999, means 2,000 discount, and with 2 months additional server access. So, usually, stable server access, I mean, like outside, if you can check, that is 5,000 per month. But we are giving 2 months additional server access as part of this offer. So, team, as Sir has explained the course features that we are providing. So, it's a 3 months live training. So, daily Monday to Friday morning 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. IST, you will have daily 1 hour live session. As it's a demo day, it got slightly extended, but from tomorrow onwards, it will be on strictly 8:30 to 9:30. And along with that, you will get 5 months of the server access to practice the application, and you will get everyday session will be recorded and uploaded to the drive folder, which you will have for lifetime access. And we will be assisted you with the resume preparation, interview question and answers, and materials will be provided for each and every module. And along with that, you will be given with the, I mean, like, you will be taken mock interviews, and we will also push your profiles to the companies from our end too. So this is like not only the training program, along it's completely like training with the placement assistance one. So whoever interested, we request everyone to please do reach out to us on 8179563510. Or if you can fill the Google form, our team will reach out to you for the enrollment confirmations. So we have completed the demo today. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be starting our regular sessions. So whoever interested, we request you to please do reach out to us and confirm the enrollments by today to get this early bird offer. From tomorrow onwards, the course price will be 25,000 and server access will be for 5 months only. Yeah, thank you, team. So now you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions.
All right, team. So I do have a few questions mentioned in the chat. So let me also go through those questions and try to answer here. So there's one question that says that if this application is already company have, then how I can help you with that to the company. So basically, I think what you mean here is if the company has already implemented or any business has already implemented this application, so how as a part of the Oracle consulting team I can help the business in respect to this application. So basically, there are two ways. One is you can
Hi,
become a
Abhishek.
part.
Sorry
Yeah,
to Hi, Abhishek.
please go
Sorry
ahead.
to interrupt. This is Pooja here.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to ask regarding these timings. Is it
Mhm.
fixed 8:30 to 9:30? If there is another slot, then can you please allow me to do that? Yes, because 8:30 to 9:30 is busy
Mhm.
time. So
All right.
it's early, then I can join means today only.
All
Yeah,
right. So
Enroll
yeah,
today.
yeah,
yeah,
please.
Pooja, for this batch, we have the time slot of 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. IST only. So you can reach out to us offline so we can discuss the possibilities.
Okay,
Yeah.
because yeah, I won't miss. This is a very tough time to join me. If there is a 7 to 8, it will be possible to me.
Sure, we can work out. Just reach out to us
Okay.
offline. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I saw from your presentation, I saw that you're going to do, so you are going to discuss something on OTBI. Are you just going to end at the level of OTBI? Are you going to do trainings also on reporting like FRS, then OTBI, Smart View, and all that?
Okay, so in terms of reporting, yes, we are going to cover in detail the OTBI reporting tool. However, there are other tools as well, which is like IFRS, uh, FRS Financial Reporting Studio, SmartView, and all. So SmartView is something that we can cover. However, IFRS and this FRS Financial Reporting Studio and Hyperion reporting tool, those things are something which we generally don't cover. Reason being because we have 3 months, and that within that we have covered all the core modules, right? So at the end of this session, yes, we will be covering the OTPI. If time permits, we can also look into the other.
Okay. Uh, yes, because when I look at your program, I've been able to also go through your technical program, and I have a focus on financial reporting. So
Okay.
doesn't mean that you have a specific program in which you train only on financial reporting, where you cover OTBI, FRS, SmartView, and all other tools in financial reporting.
Right. So if your focus is only on the reporting tools, okay, so let's connect offline with the admin team here so we can give you the possible options. Like if it is only the reporting tools that you're looking for, then what are the options we have that we can discuss?
Anyway, I will do this training first, but after then, maybe if I will connect with you so that if there's a possibility for me to do a specific training on those on financial reporting, where so I can cover all those reporting tools.
Yeah, sure, that can be done. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Hello, thank you for the
Hi
session.
Abhishek.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi Abhishek. My name is Shishir Prajapati, and I'm working in a MNC in a Mumbai. But I
Right.
am into a core accounting. Okay, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
using like passing of a general accounting and receivable papers. So I'm using end user. But right now I want to switch into a functional. So it is good to switch into a function and in the my current organization there is using a Oracle NetSuite. So
Right.
I'm working into a NetSuite. Sometimes I'm working with the functional team also. So they
Right.
had recommended to go with the Fusion. So that's
Right.
why I came to for this course. So
Right.
after a session, after the end of session, can I make a resume of 3 years or 2 years of experience in this? Can you please help me in this?
Yes. So when it comes to the resume preparation team, so for everyone, so the training program has been designed in a way where the skill set that we are going to provide you during this training program is equivalent to 2.5 to 3 years of experience, real life business experience. Correct. So there are two aspects which will be involved here. One is the training aspect where we are going to give you the training, as well as the offline aspect where you are going to practice from your side, right? So what we expect here, the end-to-end implementation training program that we are going to give you here, right? So same has to be practiced offline also. And if that uh, level of practice that you have, yes, definitely 2.5 to 3 years experience is something that you can count in comparison to a fresher students who have not done the training and who have directly joined a business organization, and from there he has started working on the project. So that is equivalent to that we are trying to cover in this training program.
So this knowledge or this training session is enough for a Oracle certification.
So yes, so within certification also there are two aspects. Nowadays the pattern has changed, so the pattern is now we have objectives based, like which is a kind of MCQs, as well as the practical based questions which will be there, where you'll be provided with the application access and you'll be given the case laws where you have to do the configuration during the examination only. right? So the practical based is something that we'll be covering here, as well as various discussions that we are going to have that is going to cover your theoretical aspect. Plus, at the same time, we'll be giving you the access of the Oracle repository, which you have to refer at the same time in order to prepare for the certification, right? So the discussion of the topics we are going to do during the class, as well as the repository, is something that you will be using on a day-to-day basis for preparation of your certification.
Okay, thank you. So the while in the like classroom, a question and answer will be after the end of session only, na? Not in between, correct?
Generally, yes, because this is the approach we follow. We have a fixed agenda to be covered on a daily basis. So again, the same approach we can follow, where you can, if you have any questions in between with reference to a particular functionality or particular configuration, you can type that question, and at the end of the session, we can have a detailed discussion.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, please go ahead, Bharat.
Hi.
Abhishek, I have overall 14 years of experience as an end
Right.
user. I have worked in the various ERPs like SAP, Oracle. My question is now, after completing 14 years, now if I come into the this functional course, do I have any scope? Because you
Okay,
told
so
my
yeah.
training will be covered for 2.5 to 3 years of experience. But in my case, I have 14 years of experience. How do we manage?
So basically, what happens is like first thing is like after 12 or 14 years of experience you have doing the Oracle Fusion training. So is it something which is going to help you out in your career going forward? The answer is yes. You have already worked in the previous Oracle platforms. You have a financial background. So definitely this training is going to provide you that kind of help, right? So this training in terms I mean, specifically for you, it will be kind of us upskilling yourself in terms of Oracle Fusion, where you can learn the Fusion functional skill in terms of how to configure the application, how to run the application, how to design the overall solution for the business, right? And nowadays, if you see, more and more businesses are switching to Oracle Fusion only, right? Even the businesses that were previously running on the e-business suite or any other previous Oracle platforms, now gradually they are shifting to Oracle Fusion only. So what I can say is the Fusion is the current as well as the upcoming future requirement, right? So that is where it's time to upskill yourself in the terms of latest available technology. That is what I'll recommend.
Yeah, to add with Abhishek, Bharat, whenever I'm like Bharat or along with any other people who are having long years of experience, like 12 to 15 years of experience, and now you want to switch to this Oracle Fusion Financials. So, you can reach out to us offline, so we can guide you like how you can showcase your existing experience into this Oracle Fusion Financials, or like how you can manipulate your experience by showcasing some kind of expertise into it, how you can prepare your resume. Everything will guide you. So we request you to just give a call and discuss offline on this. So based on each individual profile, we'll help you on that.
How about BGV, background verification?
Yes, based on your profile, we'll guide you on that. So that's why we request you to get in touch with us offline. So we will just need to go through like all your projects, where you're working, what's your designations, and everything we need to work on.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah, please.
Abhishek, can you go back to the slide where role was mentioned?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Here you have mentioned Oracle technical team. So I believe maybe technical team requires a coding language and programming, right? So we will not be eligible for that Oracle technical team, right?
Right. So specifically at this point level, what I have mentioned, that technical team, what we are referring is not from the coding perspective, we are referring from the configuration perspective. So previously what used to happen is there was a single team who used to do the configuration and who used to take care of the functional side, which is means taking requirements from the business and presenting it back to the business, the overall solution and all. But nowadays, if you see, the segregation has been made between the two teams. So functional team is someone who is responsible from the front end representation, connecting with the business, discussing the overall solutions and presenting to the business, right? And the technical team, there are dedicated set of technical team who are only responsible from the configure perspective, how to configure the overall application. So what we are talking about is the configuration aspect, not the technical aspect in terms of codings.
Configuration part comes under functional team or technical team?
both, right? So you'll see equal opportunities in terms of like various businesses where some of the business or some of the organizations who are involved in Oracle consulting only requires consultant for the purpose of configurations, right? So there you'll be seeing as a part, you'll be there as a part of the technical team only, right? Will not be interacting with the business, will just be taking the overall configuration as their role, right? But when you talk about the overall functional team, so functional team is someone who will be interacting with the business, designing the solutions, and also doing the configuration. So there I have mentioned, I have split the functional into two parts, which is functional team and technical.
Okay, one more question. Can you go back to the slides where topics are covered?
Okay, let me. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this one.
Mm, no, one more slides where lease accounting was mentioned.
Okay, you mean to say modules? Hold on.
Intercompany. Okay. My question, as per your demo session, what I have understood is you will be covering only the core modules.
We'll be
But
covering the core modules.
correct. But my question is, do you just give at least fair idea of other module also? What is the concept of other modules? And tax is also very important, right?
All right. So here the thing is like we have a limited duration of 2.5 year, half and 3 months. Correct. So that within that time frame, there are a lot of topics that we are going to cover in terms of the core modules, right? So at the end of the session, if the time permits, I can give you a brief idea, and wherever there is an interaction between the different modules, so then and there we'll be discussing the topics. But what we are not going to specifically do is we're not going to get into the modules and going to do the specific configuration, because managing that within this time frame is something which will be very difficult,
You can
right?
give us a videos, right? If you have for other modules, we can go through it and
So what approach that we follow here is like, let's say apart from the core modules, if you are also working in some other modules where you need our assistance, then the relevant document is something we can produce, so which will help you to understand the overall thing. And then offline discussions is something that we can do. But specifically within this session, these are the core areas where we are going to focus. Because if you look into the topics, we have a lot of topics right from the beginning of the application. We will be starting right from the scratch. We'll be developing the overall application. We'll be testing each and every process which are there in the respective modules. We'll be testing the reporting aspect. So that in itself is going to take a lot of time. But offline assistant for sure, that is something we can provide you as an when required. So if you're working on a project, need some assistance, definitely we are open for that part.
Yeah, team, I think as it's getting delayed, we can wind up the session for now. So let's catch up tomorrow. We request everyone to please reach out to us and confirm the enrollments by today to get the early bird offer. And if you have any specific questions regarding your employment or like how you can showcase your experience, how you can fill your gaps, how you can start your career in this, everything. So please reach out to us offline on 8179563510 to get yourself to addressed and guided. Yeah, please. Thank you. Thanks everyone.
Yes, hello. One last question. Hello.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Kumar. I have seen in some job posting regarding requirement of basic SQL knowledge.
Hmm.
So, do we also get trained on basic, idea of what is SQL and how SQL is used to integrate financial, modules in Oracle?
So here, this training program has been designed to work on the functional side of the application. So right, as mentioned, no coding thing will be covering here. But if you need some specific trainings on the technical aspect, then for that we have separate training program. So it is more restricted on the functional side only, where we should be understanding how the configurations are done, how the overall solutioning thing will be done. So as whatever the aspects that are going to be covered in the functional profile, that is something we'll be covering here. So not will not covering the SQL.
Okay, okay. And can I know when we'll get the sandbox account access?
So access will be based on the enrollment. Once you're done, completed with enrollment, the admin team will be sharing the instance access.
Okay. So immediately, like during the training, we can access the sandbox account, right?
So what will happen during the training? Yes. So once we start the official training, right? So at the same time, once you're done your enrollment completion, so you'll be getting the access of the portal where you can have access the recorded sessions as well as the server access. Both will be getting.
Okay, got it. And what would be the strength of one batch?
Uh, that you can connect with the team. They can give you more details on that part.
Oh,
So as is only online sessions only. So
Yeah, I think let's catch up tomorrow.
yes, team. Yeah.
And Abhishek, I just want to know one thing. After we getting placed in any organization, will you give any support to us in the process in future?
Yes, offline supports on requirement basis will be available. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So thank you, team. Thanks for joining. Let us connect back tomorrow. And meanwhile, request you to complete the enrollment formalities. So thank you. Have a great day.